Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you again for yet another Secrets of Top Luxury Real Estate Advisors. I'm Kristine Newell, Senior Vice President for Premier Sotheby's International Realty. And I have the absolute pleasure of having with me today Judy Berger, also from Premier Sotheby's International Realty. Welcome, Judy.
I'm pleased to be here, Kristine. Thank you. Always a pleasure to be with you.
Oh, thank you. Well, Judy, you know I'm one of your biggest fans. And for those of you that don't know Judy Berger, you are in for a treat. So Judy works in the Sarasota market and specifically the islands of Sarasota on the west coast of Florida. And, Judy is consistently a top producer, our global advisor in Sarasota. And she did last year over 121 million in dollar volume. Judy has exceptional marketing, I think, and really also deals in high-end sales, which is why we're talking to her today. We want to know all of her secrets. But Judy also year to date, as of September, has already done 90 million, which is incredible considering a lot of advisors are down slightly. So Judy's already just, I think, done a fabulous job. Judy, what's the first thing that you do when you wake up in the morning?
First thing I do would be exercise. When I get back from exercising, or if I don't exercise, coffee. One big cup of really great coffee in the morning. And that gets me going. I do my gratitudes. I actually do my gratitudes while I'm exercising or walking too, because how can you not be grateful when you're walking on Siesta Beach with the birds singing and the fish jumping, and it's just a beautiful place to be. And then I do catch up on the news, the world news. I'm a news junkie. I read a newspaper every morning and try to catch up on all of the international news through NPR and some of the Wall Street Journal and New York Times. And then I check my email. I don't check my email first because it's like going down the rabbit hole. So I'd like to get all those other things done before I do check.
Love it. That's a great routine, actually. And a shout out to Siesta Key. I will say Siesta is probably my favorite beach in the world. So you're very, very lucky. In terms of real estate, what do you love most about real estate?
Well, whether you want to or not, you learn something new every day in real estate. I love that every day is different. I always joke around with people that I've never had a real job. I was a designer for 25 years, had my own firm, and then became a realtor, and I've been a realtor for 23 years. So it's like having a job but not really having a job, because when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. Although some days it does feel like work. I'd also say that the other thing about real estate is no matter where you come from, no matter what socioeconomic background, whether you're male or female, the sky's the limit in real estate. It's about how hard you work, positioning yourself, making great choices. And that's what I love about real estate.
Let's talk a little bit about how you've become so successful. What three things do you think have made you successful? If you had to kind of narrow it down to three key things, what would they be?
Well, I've thought about that too. And I would say there's four, actually. Number one, I think getting a coach early on in my career. I met Brian Buffini when he had just started. So I started coaching with Brian when I was a brand new agent. So I think that I coached with Brian for about a dozen years, and then another 9 years coached with another coach, and hadn't had a coach in this year. Just I was going a different direction than my coach, but I just recently signed back on with Tom Ferry, and I'm interested to see how that, in this part of my real estate career, what that does. We are growing our team, and I'm hoping that it won't be just coaching for me, but how I can help other people grow their businesses. As I segue, I'd like to oversee my team eventually and have a little more time with my family. The other is focus. I would say focusing on an area that you want to be the expert in. That has helped catapult my career, rather than being everything to everyone. It's been a really interesting transition as I began to focus. Perseverance is another one. It just takes hard work. There is no silver bullet in real estate.
Mm.
I still work from the time I sit in front of that computer, whether I'm on the phone, writing emails, calling clients, going on appointments, overseeing my team, dragging trash cans out for old clients, old people that maybe vacant homes, or little old ladies that need help. I think that really getting down to a human level has helped me. But that perseverance, hard work, always pays off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one other thing I was also thinking about, making great choices and hanging around with successful people, whether it's a successful person in real estate. It's kind of like a coaching thing, but it's more of a mentoring thing. I think if you're watching people that are successful and you're asking questions, take their answers and make them your own, and see how that you can mold that into helping you become successful. Kind of like the go-giver, you know, hanging around with really, really top-notch people. And maybe everyone isn't successful yet, but they will be. It's about choices in life.
Love that. Oh, those are great, Judy. Thank you. What do you think is the most important thing that you do right now to market a property?
The most important thing I do, and I've done this from the beginning, whether it was pre-COVID, during COVID, hot market, not a hot market, I help that seller determine what they're willing to do to make that home look the absolute best it's ever going to look the day that the photographs are taken.
Mm-hmm.
And once it hits the market. There are sellers that want to do it and get top dollar, and there are other sellers. I've had to learn that there are sellers that don't want to do anything and they don't really care that they get top dollar. But the most important thing I can do is advise my clients how to get a property looking its best. And I'm in there with my sleeves rolled up. My team's over there where we do all kinds of things. Sometimes I feel like a property manager, and we are, in a way. The other thing is just the marketing. Everyone expects and deserves really great marketing. So if you don't put a lot of energy and reinvest your money into marketing, marketing does two things. It sells the property, but it also brands the agent.
Mm-hmm.
And other people take notice. Other sellers do take notice.
Absolutely. So what is your favorite social platform right now and why?
Well, we use them all, so I don't have a favorite, and my team does the work. I have a marketing department, and they're the ones that are always, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn. We use them all. I don't really have a favorite.
Okay. And you do have great social media, so it's nice that you have a team that helps you with that, because you are very consistent. So Judy, what are you most proud of today? Like, just kind of looking at what's going on, and you certainly have a lot of accomplishments, but what are you most proud of?
Is that a real estate question or a life question?
It's up to you.
Well, success is always great. I am proud of being successful. I was a single mom, went through a pretty tough divorce, no help, no money, took on the responsibility of my kids, my house, and everything else in the middle of starting my real estate business. So, and then the market fell apart. So it was a kind of, pulled me up by the bootstraps and figure out how I was going to do this and support myself and my kids. So I am proud of that. I'm proud of the success I've had. Gives me freedom, financial freedom. Mm-hmm. That is one area that I am very proud of. But the most proud I am is that I have 3 really cool daughters that like to spend time with me. They're scattered around the country. Mm-hmm. So I am so proud of them that they used to joke around that, hey, Mom, no more motivational training. The soccer team is sick of hearing it, but it kind of rubbed off. And they're 3 positive, successful, and really nice young women.
Oh, that's great. That is awesome. So proud of you. I love hearing just more about your story. So let's talk a little bit about, how do you treat yourself when you want to reward yourself? So like, say you've had, a really big sale, or, it's been a tough week, but you have an accomplishment. How do you reward yourself?
I work hard so that I can figure out how to travel. And a lot of that travel has to do with trying to get to see my kids. I have one that runs my old company in New Jersey. I actually haven't seen her since December 2019, pre-COVID. I have another daughter in Atlanta who is very like me, that likes to travel. So she and I have gone all over the world traveling together. We just finished a trip to Greece, to a wedding in Greece. And my youngest daughter lives in Tampa. She's a physician assistant, so she's a little tougher to get out. You know, she can't take off time so much. But when I have a big sale, I announce it to my kids and I let them know who's going on the next trip with me.
That's great. Oh, that's awesome. It's good. It's important to celebrate those wins. So that's great.
Absolutely.
So in terms of celebrating, what's your absolute favorite meal in the world? Just curious.
I love all food. I've been either macrobiotic or vegetarian, or I'm organic now. I eat fish and I do eat chicken at home. But I'd say I'm from the Philadelphia area, Southern New Jersey, and we love to eat there. And I would say probably my favorite food in the world that I would eat 3 meals a day is a great pizza. Pizza,
Okay.
salad, and a glass of red wine.
So now I have to ask, is this thick crust or thin crust?
Oh, thin.
Okay,
The thinner the better, and the crispier the better.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Interesting.
Yeah.
So let's play hot or not. Are you ready? This is always like
Yes,
such a
I am ready.
game, and I'm just curious, Judy, on what your opinion is on all of these different things. So I'm going to say a word. You just say hot or not. All right.
Okay.
Ready? Tiny houses.
They're for millennials and the Gen Zs. No, not.
Not. Okay, you got to say not. All right. Video.
Hot.
Facebook.
Not as hot as it used to be.
Okay. No, Instagram. Sorry, I'm messing up. Instagram.
Hot.
TikTok.
Hot.
The real estate market.
We'll see. Medium right now. We're going into our hot season.
Okay. Wordle.
I'm a Scrabble player. I don't go on to play Wordle. So at big family events, we do Scrabble events.
Okay. So is that hot or not? Is that not?
That's for me,
Okay.
not.
Okay. Speakers at work.
Not.
Zoom meetings.
Hot.
Home office.
Hot.
Green kitchen. The color green.
My kitchen's green, so I'd say hot.
So there's a trend there somewhere happening. I think you're setting a trend there. Well, let's kind of wind down with my last question for you, which is, if you can take a time machine back, what would you tell your younger self? So what words of advice would you offer to your younger self?
Okay. I think it's something that everyone, as they age, you learn not to sweat the small stuff. Mm-hmm. Life is too short, especially after what we've just lived through. I've taught my 3 daughters that the choices that you make in life, we kind of all end up going north. It's how you get there that's important. So the better choices that you make, the shorter your trip is to your goal. So I would say that be very careful about the choices that you make in life and in your career. I would say that those are 2 of the biggest things. And I think as far as real estate goes, I wish Sotheby's was around when I started. I tell the younger agents that if you join a team and you're allowed to come, or I don't know if allowed is the right word, if you're invited to come to Sotheby's as part of a team because you can't come in as just a new agent, join a team. Be very, very proactive and definitive about what your end game is. And if you go to a company like Sotheby's, what growing inside our company is a real gift. And I wish I had known that all those years ago. And you did not pay me to say that.
Yeah, disclaimer. I did not, not tell her to say that.
I think back, and that is a very, very distinctive thought that I have clearly thought about over the years, that I wish I had been afforded that luxury to know that I could have grown up inside a company. But this kind of training and everything, that it's almost overwhelming. We joke around that it's like taking a drink out of a fire hose, but with the intelligence of these younger agents that are coming out of, just out of whether the workforce or college, and coming into real estate as a career, to be able to start at a company like Sotheby's is just amazing. They've got success written all over them.
Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing that advice to your younger self. And thank you for today. We really appreciate learning more about you and understanding all of your secrets when it comes to selling luxury real estate. So thank you so much, everyone. Make sure you check out Judy Berger, Premier Sotheby's International Realty. She has amazing social media. Sign up for all of her great stuff. And thank you so much, Judy. It was really a pleasure to be with you today. Thank you.
Kristine, it's been my pleasure. Thanks so much. Have a great day.